Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to today's Unseen video. We're going to start with some WWE news, then move to SmackDown because normally we would start with SmackDown, but it didn't feel like that noteworthy of a show. It was a tape show, of course, and it didn't feel like it had as many talking points as usual, so I thought we'll start with the WWE folder instead. So, breaking news. Sort of. WWE Smackdown will be 3 hours starting on January 3rd. Now, we knew about this. We've spoke about this. If you've watched Unseen previous, we've covered this. But we didn't know exactly what show it was going to be. Would it be the 3rd? Would it be the 10th? When would it go to 3 hours? But it looks like it's the 3rd. The other thing we heard is that in May, it goes back to 2 hours. Now, I haven't seen any confirmation on that. So I think a lot of people are under the impression that SmackDown will be 3 hours forever. But actually, I've heard different. Going back probably a month or two ago now, we knew SmackDown was going to go to 3 hours. But we also heard that after WrestleMania in May, it would go back to 2 hours, right? It feels like they want that extra hour as we head towards WrestleMania, but they don't feel like it's needed after WrestleMania. So I feel like we've got an announcement, something that we already knew, but a little bit of new news in there. But I don't think it's really telling us what happens after WrestleMania. So something to still keep an eye on with all of that. John Cena against Logan Paul has been discussed for WrestleMania in April. This, I think, might upset a few people. I think a few people were hoping that Cena might go up against Cody for the title or Gunther for the title to try and get number 17. Currently, he is tied with Ric Flair with 16 world championships. If he wins one more, then he will have won more wrestling world championships than anyone in history. So I think people were looking at that, or maybe the dream match with Randy. A lot of people that have got into wrestling in recent years, certainly since or after the pandemic, didn't experience that whole Randy-Cena feud. I would say they are each other's greatest opponents. They faced each other loads of times, but not for a long time. And we know that next year is John Cena's retirement year. I'm sure a match with Randy will be on the cards in 2025, and it'll be a big deal. And the promos are going to be so good with all their backstory, all their history. So I think a lot of people would have liked that match. I don't know that people are going to be that crazy for Cena Logan inside the WWE universe, but this is very much a match that I think caters more to those outside of the WWE universe, those casual fans that watch just WrestleMania or something along those lines. It's undeniable he is a big name and that people know who he is outside of the wrestling world, of course. And same here as well, what with his Hollywood career. So you can sort of see why they would do it. But I think if you used to ask a lot of WWE fans, I think they would rather this went in a different direction. Right, Cody is really selling that package pile driver. So this is a TikTok and he has got a neck brace on. There we go. Look, Cody Rhodes going full-blown Tony Khan or full-blown Andy Kaufman. So there he is, look. That is Cody with his neck brace. I think we do have an image of him meeting someone else in that neck brace later on in this video. So Briggsy, thank you, coming from Crocky's Wrestling on TikTok. Right, Big E is still not medically cleared. He said, I still haven't been cleared, but thankfully I feel great. I don't have any issues, nothing like that. I didn't need surgery. I was in a hard collar for 3 months. There are very real risks. We had a suplex that went wrong and I've been out since, but I'm grateful to have no issues, no pain, nothing like that. So that's what he's saying. And every time he's said it previously, he's been telling us the truth. But obviously we all saw what went down between him and Xavier and Kofi. A lot of people are hoping that he is going to come back at the Rumble and that he's going to take down Kofi and Xavier, maybe have like some new partners. I think that might be wishful thinking. I feel like this could be the truth. But yeah, that's the latest from the Big E situation. Patrick, thank you. So here, look, a new WWE Behind the Scenes series is going to come to Netflix in 2025. So new Behind the Scenes series. I don't know that that's been announced. We know about WWE LFG, which is behind the scenes as this emerging talent tried to get a contract. But that's going to go on A&E. I don't believe that's going on to Netflix. So this would be something different. But we know that they're going to do a lot of programming around WWE on Netflix. So yeah, WWE Behind the Scenes program on the way. Right, I got tagged in this and I'm a little bit confused. Maybe I'm just completely wrong. Maybe I'm just wrong. But I thought that this was Joe Gacy's bio for a while. I've been tagged in this quite a few times today. I could be wrong, but I always thought it was this or has been this for a good few weeks. And I feel like we may have spoke about it in Unseen previous as well with this WWE Want to Hear a Secret. Now, maybe someone can tell me that it said something different recently and it's only just been changed. But yeah, I'm a bit confused by this. I'm including it because so many people tagged me in it. People have got me second guessing now, but I don't know. There we go. That's what it says anyway, right? So, Fiendish Howdy, thank you. And Christopher, appreciate it. PW Chronicle, Charlotte Flair is on the cusp of returning to WWE programming. Flair was recently at the headquarters to take part in a photo shoot and other logistical work in advance of her return to storylines. Plans have long been rumoured that it's going to be her against Tiffany at WrestleMania. Don't know if that's still the direction we're going, but that was the word on the street. So we're going to have to wait and see. Right, let's go into the SmackDown folder. I don't have an image of it, but when the Bloodline first came out, the Titantron didn't quite work. It had Bloodline in the middle, but the side bits were still turned off. It took a moment for them to click on. So little tiny production botch at the start of SmackDown tonight. But I love this from Drew. Drew coming out and confronting Solo, saying, I'm really conflicted about you because you cost me at Clash at the Castle, but you're also the only one who has stood up to Roman Reigns. You've not gone back. So I'm sort of conflicted. And he said, I think what I want you to do is bring Roman down. I'll take out the OG Bloodline and then we'll settle our business. So it looks like Drew is still coming for Solo, which I really like. I really like that because he should. Because it was Solo who made his main roster debut at Clash at the Castle and prevented Drew from winning the WWE Championship in front of all of his friends, all of his family. So he should. We've been asking, why has he not gone for Solo? We got it right at the start of SmackDown. And actually, I would say this and the Kevin Owens promo were the two big highlights for me from this show. Rest of it, honestly, I think was a bit skippable. So, yeah, Jimmy grabbed Drew, walloped him with the crutch. So Jimmy obviously trying to get revenge on Drew. And yeah, this is going to be a really interesting story as Drew tries to take out that OG Bloodline. Don't know where it's leading. Don't know if Drew, Seth, Kevin are going to join forces, or are we going to get Gallus? Some people thinking Gallus could come up from NXT. We spoke about that in yesterday's Unseen. They said goodbye to NXT, but normally when a wrestler does that, they're just swerving, they're just trolling, right? So I'm still undecided as to whether Gallus are really leaving NXT. So yeah, I'm interested to see where this plays out or where it goes. I'm going to see if I can get away with playing these 4 seconds, right? So against the ropes, there's Andrade. Boom! God damn, said Crispy as Andrade crashes to the outside. CM Punk Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 41. Oh, I think this may have slipped into the wrong folder. So yeah, CM Punk Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 41 has been heavily discussed. I don't think that's a massive surprise, considering at Survivor Series, when Roman stopped CM Punk leaving the cage, that got over 100 million views. So I think as soon as that went down, WWE went, Jesus, we got something big here. We've got something big. And they have. Roman Reigns, CM Punk with the right builds, digging into a little bit of their history with the shields and all of that stuff. Could be a license to print money, so not shocked by that. But obviously we know the original plan was Roman solo for WrestleMania. Right, here is Pretty Deadly out and Prince. He said, please trust in our vision. We can make you a star. So this is Pretty Deadly desperate to try and recruit Braun Strowman for their musical, which they tweeted that out 2 hours ago. So Dave, thank you. I thought that was very good, very funny. This was great. Kevin basically blaming everyone but himself for us being where we are now with this situation. Him and Cody says that we haven't seen the worst of him. He hasn't snapped. And that everyone with Kevin Steen knows that he's not playing. He basically said, I've not snapped, I've not lost it, but I can. And it's really up to you now, Nicole, this as to where this goes. So I can snap. You won't want to see me if I do snap. Like, he really teased a greater darkness to come, right? Right now is like, listen, I'm just doing what I need to do. But if you push me and I snap, I won't be responsible for what happens. Like, he really teased worse to come. So I thought this was a great promo. And I love the fact the Winged Eagle is still around. I love the fact that he's, you know, I mean, oh my God, he looks so good with that belt as well. This is very intriguing, very interesting, and yeah, a highlight. Right, we all saw what went down on the Grayson Waller effect. Grayson Waller said, I'll save you time lazy dirt sheet writers. Feel free to use this headline and image. Giant idiot destroys expensive set of extremely handsome Australian talk show host. So there we go. Grayson Waller putting that out after Braun destroyed his set on SmackDown. We had this as well. So obviously we had the singles match tonight between Alex Shelley and Johnny Gargano. I just included it because they were using this old throwback picture of the two, which is very unusual for them to do that for this type of graphic. So I just thought that it was noteworthy and worth showing. Do y'all see Tiffany Stratton look at the title when she walked off? So obviously they were very disrespectful, telling her not to come out and to actually arrange the celebration party instead, get some champagne sorted, because they were going to win the tag titles and they're going to have a big celebration. And she does have a little look at the title as she walks away. The more that she gets spoken down to, pushed out, abused, the more likely it is that it will be Nia that she will cash in on. Obviously, Braun turned down Pretty Deadly, so unfortunately I don't think that image we saw earlier is going to come to fruition. And then of course he would get cracked with a chair by Carmelo, so that very much feels like a feud that's going to take us into 2025. Not a feud that I'm crazy about, to be honest. Carmelo against Braun, don't know. I don't really feel like they're going to have the right chemistry. So, I don't know. Not the direction I would go, but the direction we're going. Johnny picked up the win over Alex Shelley thanks to Tommaso Ciampa coming out. And apparently there's a new song. Now, I can't play this because of copyright. The only thing I can do is tell you there's a new song. So check it out, basically. But I can't play it because this will get a copyright strike and taken down or blocked, so I can't do anything. But just be aware that this is doing the rounds. There was a new DIY song tonight. Jazza said, fully aware it can't be shown due to copyright, but it's got a lot of Undisputed Era vibes, said Jazza. So I appreciate the fact that you are aware of this bit. But Undisputed Era vibes for Jazza. Two Heads One Table said, I'm crying. Look at this image of Carmelo running away. I think this might be AI because it's got a very AI feel to it, of course. It's Bryn again said, Braun is the gym and I am Carmelo. It's Bryn again. I'm with you on that, yes. And do you know what? Every year in January, I think we all say this. This will be the year. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to do it this year. I agree. Right, we should have a week-long discussion about this gear from Naomi and Bianca. So, yeah, I missed when she was talking about how she didn't feel she had earned the belt. So when I was looking at Bianca holding both belts, I was like, oh, that's interesting. Why has she not given one to Naomi? And people in the chat were like, oh, she literally just said to Byron she didn't feel like she had earned it yet. And that just passed me by because I was reading a comment or something. But, so yeah, I looked at this and I was like, oh, that's interesting. But there was a reason for it. She didn't feel like she had earned it, but she did earn it at the end. She got the pin, which won the match. And she then did hold that championship. So Naomi pins Candice to retain Bianca Belair's Women's Tag Team Championship on behalf of Jade Cargill. After the interaction earlier, Naomi accepts Bianca's other title. Here's Trinity. Naomi, 27 minutes ago, says, thank you, Bianca. I'm going to hold it down for you, Jade Cargill. So Naomi saying, I've got this till you come back, basically. So there we go. Where are they going with it, though? Where are they going? Obviously, first match of the night. So we had Braun Carmelo winning thanks to a count out. We had Alex Shelley against Johnny winning thanks to outside distractions. We had Bianca and Naomi retaining against Nia and Candice. First match of the night saw Bloodline take on Andrade, LA Knight and Apollo, and it was a win for the Bloodline thanks largely to Shinsuke taking out a little bit of LA Knight there, and that then meant that the Bloodline got the momentum, picked up the victory, but Shinsuke playing a big part. So lots of little feuds and little bits that happen with SmackDown, but like I said during the watch along, I don't think there's been many shows this year, certainly not main roster shows, where if you missed them, like, it was fine. I think they're normally pretty good now at having quite a few talking points and like, oh, well, this match got made and that happened and this happened. I don't feel like that was so much the case with this SmackDown. I feel it felt like they knew everyone's out seeing family, last minute Christmas shopping. People's attention isn't really on wrestling right now, like 4 or 5 days before Christmas. So this felt like one of the most missable SmackDowns of the year, to be honest. But listen, we still had a good time during our watch along, and hopefully Raw will deliver a little bit more. Right, let's go, community. So Dave, congrats, got a follow from R-Truth. Uncle Revel said, after watching that video about the superstar autographs and seeing Sammy's, it reminded me of when me and my son Jensen went to meet him in 2019. Which autograph looks the closest? Well, there we go. Look, there's the meeting with Sammy. That's when Sammy did a lot of his autographs. Yeah, you can see that is Sammy's S in particular. I think he does it a few. I mean, I suppose there, look, where he's got Sami Zayn underneath, he's kind of got a bit of that. But you can tell that's his S. So, yeah, very good. Jello Man got some Wyatt 6 merch today. Very nice. I'm Jello Man. Kapata. So look at this. Kapata said, do you mean I don't get to be insulted and thrown through a table by AJ Francis, who is formerly Top Dollar? AJ Francis said, I will insult you and throw you through a table for free if you provide the table. So there we go. We got Kapata with AJ Francis, formerly known as Top Dollar to WWE fans. And Kelly the Wise Lady said, on behalf of myself, I want to present you with this token of gratitude for making us laugh and having a better days. You are the first ever inductee to the Wise Ladies Hall of Fame. Congrats. Yeah. We would like a speech, preferably in unseen. Wow, Kelly, what an honor. So, thanks. Right, that was the community folder. Let's go over to fun, shall we? So here we've got Roman Reigns. Look at this. Meeting kids. Roman Reigns visiting children to make their Christmas special. Now, I can't stand kids, so I didn't include it for that. But I included it for that. Look at that. Did you see the dog at the end? Ah, he was wearing a belt. Yeah. Let's go back and pause it. Oh my God. Look at this. Look at this. He's wearing a little Santa coat and he's got an old United States Championship on. Oh my God. Brilliant. Brilliant. As soon as I saw that, it was always going to make it. So there we go. Casper, thank you. Coach Code, thank you, my friend. Now, there is a little bit of bad language here, just a tiny bit. You probably won't even notice it. But this is Jimmy going off top and a fan really concerned. Like, don't do it, brother. Right? It's only 18 seconds. You probably won't even notice the bad language, honestly.
No way! No way! Jimmy, you got fucking kids! You got fucking kids, brother! Relax your blood clot! No hurt yourself, brother! I want it! No fucking way! No way! Eat! I want a bomba clot! No way! No way!
Bomba clot! I love how the guy was like, no way. It's kind of like his brain was just trying to go through all these wrestling things. It was like, no way, you've got kids. Yeet. You know, I'm surprised. If he'd have stayed up there, he would have had to have gone through more. Wouldn't he? He would have to have gone like, I'm the best in the world. 24-inch pythons. Real American. Rest in peace. Like, he would have just had to have come out with, like, woo! Let's go again.
Jimmy, you got fucking kids. You got fucking kids, brother. Relax your blood clot. No hurt yourself, brother. I want it. No fucking way. No way. Eat. I want a bomba clot. No way.
I love that guy. That's great. Right, PQM. So here is, thank you, friend. This is Fightful. So Dominik Mysterio says he never knew where the money went. Oh, here we go. From his appearance at SummerSlam in 2005, he said, growing up in the harsh streets of San Diego, it's no joke. I asked for a Mercedes. I got a BMW. It was rough. I had my own room, but it was across from my sister, right? He had it hard. And it's like, I got a bike and I was told that's it. That's you know, what you get for the all these appearances. And he was like, I was on a few shows and then a pay-per-view. Like, and all I got was a bike. Where did the money go, Mom? So he's asking some big questions here. He got a bike for this. And that's it. And now he's a bit older. He's like, I know I should have had more than just a bike. Johnny said the beast. Yeah, man. A lot of you want Brock coming back. Well, it's not Brock Lesnar. It's Crap Lesnar. Here we go. Look, here he is bouncing around. And oh dear, the belt's fallen down. Oh dear. Maybe a little bit longer needed in the gym, eh? Little bit longer needed in the gym as the old belt falls down. But there we go. This was in Chile Lucha Libre. Oh dear. So there we go. That's Brock Lesnar now that he's been out the ring for so long. He's lost a lot of his mass. And there you go. And I just included this because this is not an official poster, but this is just something someone has made showing all the women that can come back at the Rumble that are not in WWE right now. Now, obviously, we're not talking Kelly and all of that. We're talking people that are under contract. And AJ Lee, who is the one I think people are most excited for. And don't forget, Michael Cole did announce CM Punk as AJ Lee's husband. So we got Carmella. We know she's been suffering with drop foot from her pregnancy. Jade Cargill, she got jumped backstage. Becky Lynch, she went off to be in Star Trek. Charlotte Flair, she's been injured for about 12 months. I think it's been about that time. Alexa, God, she's had loads. She's been pregnant. She had a cancer scare. There's been loads going on with Alexa. AJ Lee, she writes comics. Asuka, she's been out injured for a while as well. So, we're talking a good, 7 women that could be in this. And then you could have a sprinkling of some NXT talent, maybe a TNA women's champion, maybe like a Jordan Grace again or something like that. I mean, honestly, you could fill the Rumble with probably 30 women from the main roster, but we've got 7 women here, 6 of which are under a WWE contract, and AJ Lee isn't, but she's the one that everyone wants, Yeah, it's going to be really exciting, the Rumble. I think that just gives you a glimpse into some of the surprises, certainly for the women. Right, done. I don't know, we do have other. I was going to say, I don't think we have other. Why is this unavailable? It looks like Hayden. Whatever you sent me 3 hours ago looked good, but it looks like Wrestling News have now got rid of it, which is very interesting. Hieronymus, shout out to you, my friend. I am so excited for this. I heard about this, I think it was some point last year. I think, honestly, it could be about 15 months or so ago, that Brian Solomon, who has written some great wrestling books, I heard he was working on one for Gorilla Monsoon. Now, Gorilla Monsoon means a lot to me. Loved him on commentary, him and Bobby. I mean, I so want to learn more about Gorilla Monsoon, and so we do have a new book on the way. So we have a publication date. It's a little bit off. It's September 30th next year. It will indeed be a happening, and I promise you it will be worth the wait. The irresistible force, the life and times of Gorilla Monsoon. So, can't wait for that. Hieronymus Drake, yes, it's going to be amazing. Obviously, really sad news, and I was thinking of having this as the top story. It happened a little bit ago, though, so I think everyone's heard by now. Rey Misterio Snr passing away. Saddened to hear of this legendary luchador. He did a lot for bringing wrestling to America. He was very influential, great star back in his time, in his day, and a big loss, and something that I've seen a lot of people talking about today. One of the big stories of the day. If this was a bit earlier in the day, this probably would have been our top story, but I think everyone has kind of heard by now, the news, so that's why I just put it in other. So Robin, thank you, and Hayden, we'll never know what that was, so hopefully it wasn't anything too important. Right, Word of Wrestling, thank you, my friends. Sweet Chin Wrestling, thank you. King Yeet Newsletter, appreciate it, buds. Word of Wrestling said, everyone in the Days community, I thought I would share my recent purchase. This one is for Christmas for my 5-year-old, as it's his first year getting more and more into wrestling, so we can be tag champs, father and son. That is so cool. This should have gone in the community one, but it's ended up in this one, but it doesn't matter, we got to it. But that is so cool. So Word of Wrestling, I think that's such a great idea, and you've gone for the right belts as well, so shout out to you, dudes. Casper, appreciate it, buds. Milo, thank you, my friends. Chris, appreciate it. Raymond, thank you. Q Hicks, thank you, my friend. Wrestling's biggest fan, thank you. Liam, appreciate it. Tony, thank you. Jang Tae Sang, thank you, my friend. Big Bam, thank you. Billy, appreciate it as always, buds. Emmanuel, thank you. Kelly the Wise Lady, thank you, my friend. Thank you to everyone that supports this video series, supports the channel. I hope you have a fantastic Christmas. Of course, we're not going anywhere. We're back tomorrow with our boxing stream. We'll have Unseens over the weekend. We're back on Monday with Raw. I'm just aware that some of you might not be around, seeing family, last minute Christmas shopping. It's a very messy, turbulent time of the year, so it is what it is. But I hope everyone has a fantastic Christmas if I don't see you again. But we'll be here, so if you are a regular fan of Unseen, we're going nowhere, right? We'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back on Sunday. We'll be back on Monday. We'll be back on Tuesday. I'll probably even have one up on Christmas Day for you as well. So thanks for the support. Bye for now.